there at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good battle in the black and blue NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Bundle up. We're underway on a cold night in Chicago. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the #1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine. Because there is no question, when this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple of years.
At the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for the Bears. The gain of 43 yards.
Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. And he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
It's the beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Williams. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll get about 2. Big Grady Jerry shuts it down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And it'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. To throw is Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And he will get into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good, and And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense going to take over now for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. He's going to have a Bears first down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, it's Swift. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 41, here's second and 4. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Chicago.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Here's second and 3 to go. They will run it over center with Swift. He'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And he is out of bounds. Markham at the 25. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
Got his man at the 6. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long one.
And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the Packers' 7-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. Try it again here from the 7-yard line, second down and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. Give up the middle with Swift. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Third and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll take it on in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Packers 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Williams now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. We'll go play action with Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 4. From the gun, it's Love. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That's Dobbs open left side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Here's Love. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 20.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 6. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. In motion, it's Golden. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. To throw is Love. Big slant into the hands of Golden. And he's in! Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll push forward for about a yard. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
At the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Swift. He is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Williams now to throw. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
That's out left and complete to Burden. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. It's a great example why. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
2nd and 11. Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Moore going in motion. That's a short throw caught by Komet. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and it's good enough for a first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On the give, here's Swift. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 2nd down, they need 7. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And the Bears are going to be set up 1st and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9.
Bears first down. 1st first and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Their first two drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
This one caught at the floor. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. Talk things over before third down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Moving left. Good blocking, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. They'll get across the 20, knock him down at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense and wideout Matthew Golden headed for their next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin first and 10. Here's Love to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete. He's trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. It's second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
We'll take a shot downfield from Musgrave.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down, and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up fourth down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
10 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Throw it again. It's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Bears going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do them any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Throwing on second down, Love. Moving to his left. Good idea there to cover up at the end. He's able to use his legs and pick up 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Swift. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. Moving to his right. He'll try to run for it.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Bears. First down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
Offside. Defense. The penalty is declined.
Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? To throw, it's Williams. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On play action, Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
That's good.
That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. They bring a tight end in motion left. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Love. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
9 yards. That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss. for the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To throw is Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Packers set to kick this one away. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that will lead to a second down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike.
And Swift loses the football. The Packers have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Now Love. He's got it at the 7. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Packers, first down. 1st and goal.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We saw a great example of it here.
Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers cut the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage and falls incomplete. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Quick slant, caught by Gordon. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's a fair.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. 4th quarter begins on the ground with Swift. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run. It's Swift. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Bears 1st down. Just at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down. You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Swift. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind
call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's out of bounds, gain of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On second down, Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And that is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does, so I don't hate the call. But great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 5. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A play fake. Now Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. They'll go play action here with Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Chicago.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Packers 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Forced out wide. He keeps it himself. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
6 yards.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
17-yard line.
give up the middle with Swift. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Second and 7. Another run here, another run by Swift. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, been a good drive, but they need to convert here on third and 5. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Packers offense getting set to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 18-yard line.
Now Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Packers.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think like they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Here's Love to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's interference. Defense.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Love. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this is a touchdown! final play. An extra point now to win the game.
Unbelievable, Mike. I mean, what a game, what a finish. They knew they had to have the touchdown, and they got it. And now they are an extra point away from winning this game.
So, all zeros on the clock. This is for the win. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.